It's time to install Python in your computer. Before installing Python, we have to make sure that we don't have Python already installed. So we're going to open a terminal like the Windows PowerShell or the command prompt, but I recommend the Windows PowerShell. And then we're going to say the word Python and let's see what happens. It's telling me I cannot open these MS Windows Store link, blah, blah, blah. This is because it's trying to open the Windows Store to install Python for me. I don't recommend doing this. My recommendation would be, now that I know that I don't have Python, instead of going through the process of the Windows Store or anything like that, I'm just going to type Python Windows and search for it, right? Python download. And then it's going to take me to python.org. This is the official Python site. So my recommendation would be to install it through here. And then just go ahead and download it and then wait for it. And then click on this folder here and it's going to show you the Python installer. I already had it here. Look, I installed the Python 3.12 yes, like a week ago. And now there's 3.13. So that's great. They have a lot of improvements really fast. So now it's telling me to install it. So I'm just going to go ahead and install it. But there's a step that I want you to be careful about. You have to watch out for this last step that I'm going to do. Oh my God, I'm out of space. Let me pause and remove some things so that I can install it. Okay, that's great. It's finished now. And you can see that it says that I have to type pi to launch it on the terminal, to start a Python terminal. But I think that's what I wanted to say. Like when you first, if you type Python now that it's finished, if you type Python here, it doesn't work still. Look. Also, if you type py, it doesn't work either. So it's because remember, when you install something in the terminal, you have to close that terminal and then you can open a new one. So I'm just going to type again cmd, and then if I hit Python, it's not going to work, but at least it's going to work with pi. Look, pi. So you see it recognized Python 3.13. So that's great. I'm going to type exit and then open and close parentheses and hit enter so that I can remove from here. I can move away from here. And what we're going to do to be able to type Python instead of pi is that we're going to go ahead and run the installer again. Okay, we're going to look for downloads and then we're going to run the installer again. And then instead of installing it, it's going to ask us to modify it. So we're going to modify it. And then we want to install this one. It says add Python to environment variables. This one. This one is going to make sure that we have now the word Python in the terminal. So I'm going to install it. It's way easier now, way faster. And then I'm going to open a terminal again. Remember, you cannot use the same terminal we already have. And then I'm going to say Python, and it's probably going to work. Amazing. You see, it works now. And for example, the classic hello world, you can just do hello world here, and it's going to print hello world back. There you go.